Well, folks, the gloves are off and the mudslinging and smear campaigns are well underway in Alberta's political battleground. Is there a provincial election, a by-election, or even a new leadership race for the United Conservative Party? No, none of those things are happening right now. With the recent campaign ads against Brian Jean that Jason Kenney's office is putting out, the clockwork phone calls for town halls that I get every night at 6 p.m., and the text messages from the Calgary Lougheed Constituency Association asking whether or not I support Jason Kenney would make you think otherwise. But what is coming up is Jason Kenney's leadership review, and it's also the fight of his political life, so we all know that some shady business is about to happen. What was originally supposed to be an in-person only vote has now been changed to a mail-in ballot open to all UCP members. And as soon as this announcement was made, the party saw over 25,000 new memberships bought in 2 days before the deadline. A jump in numbers like that will naturally have people asking questions. Are these members who want Kenney out? Are they those who want Kenney to stay? Are they phony memberships bought in mass with one credit card without a person's knowledge? There's even the question that maybe these are NDP supporters wanting to give Kenney the boot. Now, these are all valid questions, but I really don't think NDP supporters are buying bulk UCP memberships. Now, the NDP will absolutely want to keep Kenney at the helm. Why is that? Well, it's because Jason Kenney's UCP is trailing the NDP by 9 points in recent polls. So the more Kenney alienates his voter base, the better Notley fares in the next election. And boy, oh boy, has Kenney been working hard to alienate the grassroots, particularly former Wild Rose supporters. In the most recent example, you can have a listen to his leaked audio from a Kenney cabinet meeting. If you haven't heard it yet, in summation, all those who are unhappy with Kenney's leadership and direction he's taking the party in are extremists, hateful, intolerant, bigoted, have crazy views, kooky bugs, and lunatics who are trying to take over the asylum. Essentially, if you criticize Kenney, you are all of these things, and it's an attitude pulled right out of the Trudeau bruised ego playbook. Labeling your original voter base, many of whom are lifelong conservatives, as hateful extremists only furthers division and is incredibly insulting. But then again, Kenney did say he wanted a new voter base, and with an attitude like this, he's going to get one. What it also shows me is that Kenney's ego is bruised, and he's scared that his coveted seat of power is about to be ripped out from under him by people that he has no respect for. But let me be very clear here. Kenney has not had an easy job. He was handed a broken economy thanks to Notley's disastrous NDP government and a pandemic where no public official is coming out of unscathed. But mistakes were made, and the party of promises made, promises kept has become the party of promises made, promises broken. We were promised no more shutdowns, that we'd never see what Kenney once called unconstitutional vaccine passports, and we would have a premier who would fight for Alberta like a bulldog against our Western hostile prime minister. All we've gotten is a chihuahua yipping at Trudeau's heels instead of that bulldog with strongly worded letters. We got more shutdowns, and we got the segregating vaccine passports. We've also gotten that same PC arrogance that split Conservatives once before. Former Wild Rose MLAs have not just been pushed to the backbenches, but they've been ousted from the party altogether. But maybe that was the plan all along, to restore the old red Tories to glory and transform the UCP into the PC Party 2.0. At the end of the month, all UCP members will be casting their ballots, and Kenney will know if his coveted position will remain intact. I guess we'll just have to trust the process and hope that the mail-in ballots voting against Kenney just don't magically disappear.